So what I'm arguing for is that we shift the belief system that's going to drive the consistency of the behaviors in that family, that's going to drive the ecosystem. So this is where my work has gone. I used to do so much of the clinical work that was sort of correcting all of those individual pathways. The families that are getting better are shifting their views, that are driving the behaviors in which the way they live, and it's changing the ecosystems, and those are the ones that are getting better. The other ones are getting improvements, and they're doing okay. But the ones that are making this big granular shift are the ones that are getting better, permanently better, lasting better, life-changing better. So we know symptom suppression is happening in conventional medicine. This has been going on for a long time. It guarantees that perpetuation, right, of the original disease and generates additional treatment-induced symptoms. But it also provides relief, right? So people are going to come to you for relief. They need relief. The parents are struggling. The children are in pain and discomfort. So we do want to provide symptom relief, and there is that temptation. However, if you continue to provide symptom relief for too long, you keep them in the diseased state longer. This happens much more often in the nutrition world, probably, than chiropractic. It certainly happens in functional medicine because we use a lot of, instead of medication, we use supplementation. And the supplementation world is a huge industry, and what it does is it camouflages and it allows people to think they're well. And what it does is it keeps them right under the radar, and they have this illusion that they're healthy. But if you were to strip away all of those supplements and take away all their interventions and take away their therapies, they would fold like a deck of cards. And the dangerous part of that is that nobody, if you were to not do that, if you were not to go to that realm, most people would not live in that state. They would go to the emergency room, right? They would understand that they weren't well. So there's this sort of illusion that they're getting well, but really what they're doing is they're holding themselves together like glue. So they're using holistic practices to feel well, so they're staying ill for longer periods. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does any of this make sense to you? Are people coming to you with long lists of supplementation, long lists of therapies, okay? They have spreadsheets now. They're coming to my office with spreadsheets. Lots of spreadsheets, lots of supplements, pretty good diets, lots of therapies. And if you don't know that, you need to have better intake forms. Ask lots of questions. What are you doing currently? And then you'll see what people are doing currently, because you don't want that to happen, and it doesn't have to happen. And if it is happening, it just needs to happen for a shorter period of time. Okay? It's okay that it's happening, because sometimes it's just a transition. You just don't want it happening for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. It's too long. It's too long for people to stay in that state. It's expensive, and it's too much on the child, too much on the parent, and it's very, very stressful. And it's not necessary. You can help them get out of that quickly. It's really not necessary, okay? So we